Foreign Office in Bonn, in Germany. One day, we had an invitation, to an exhibition at our local synagogue in Bonn. And we went there. It was sponsored by the American ambassador. The American ambassador, his name was Burns, Arthur Burns. He was a great man. By then he was about almost 80, I think. And my own husband said that I was in love with that ambassador, which is true. Which is absolutely true. And he sponsored it. Now, what was the story of that exhibition? They were all objects, religious objects. A Torah cover, a Torah, all the kinds of things that are in the synagogue. Now, it seems that when the Nazis were coming close to Danzig, which was an independent city. It was a small city, it's an independent city. It was between Poland and Germany, but independent. Nobody owned it, the city. And when the Jewish people saw in Danzig that Hitler was coming close, they collected all these objects, not only from the synagogues, but also from private people that they had in their homes. Menorot and Chanukiot and Shabbat candle holders, all kinds of things. And they went and sold it to the New York, to the Jewish Museum in New York. And the money they received enabled the Jewish people to run away in time before the Nazis came. They could leave the city of Danzig just in time. They were able to save themselves. So not only did they save the religious objects saved the people as well by being sold. And now, many, many years later, they were going to show these objects. one of these objects was sitting on the floor. I didn't know what it was. There was a writing on it which said secret donations or something similar to that. And I understood that if people give donations, it's in secret. The person who receives it doesn't know. And the ambassador just passed by, and I said, "Look, Mr. Ambassador, what a wonderful people we are. When we give, we're not supposed to get credit for it. We just give it because we think it's important to give to poor people." And the next thing I knew, next morning, I had in my mailbox a letter from the ambassador. It was a chart of 10 items that Maimonides, one of our sages, said one should do when you give to poor people. He gave 10 rules, 10 commands, what to do. And the first was, don't say who you are, don't sign it. The second is, he shouldn't know who you are, and you shouldn't know who he is.
Okay.
Who the person is who received it.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a whole bunch of 10 different things, and the highest one is what you do is you give money to the poor person so he can set himself up in business so that he won't need any charity. That is the highest of them all. Now, when I did my project to bring people to the hotel, people who had suffered in concentration camps, I remembered that. That was the thing I remembered. And I said to myself, that's what I'm going to do. I don't want people to know who I am. I'm going to give them so that they will have it and not know who gave it to them. And even though afterwards they wrote letters to Robbie, because she suggested the names to me. They wrote to her thanking and said, "Please tell me who this person is so that we can thank her personally." I said, "No, you're not going to do that." And this is where I got my inspiration. And these are some of the objects, the pictures in there.
Here's the pictures. This one. This is the one, the story.
Isn't that a lovely story?
It's a lovely story. Lovely story of Lelie alone.